So did you have a good sleep?
I did have a good sleep. I've just accidentally logged into my single player world instead of the main world. I am very smart. Yeah, it was chill. Lucy'd had a long weekend this week, so I slept downstairs because I didn't want to I wanted to make sure she had a good night's sleep.
Mm.
And then I ended up sleeping till bloody 5 o'clock.
Sometimes your body just needs the reset, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've not been great at going to bed at normal hours recently.
I think particularly today it was because I've been putting my body back through training pretty hard again. This is what happened to me the first when I first started training when I was like 20.
Yeah.
And like I was sleeping like every day, like after a workout I'd sleep like an hour or two because like, you know, I'd just be shattered.
Yeah.
Right, we can grow this tree because I now have bone. Born. Raw tree born. Yay!
Why is there sand in the back of the chicken coop?
That's not sand.
What is it?
That is path. Dirt path.
Oh.
To make it look like they've scratched it all up.
That's cute. I don't think they... Can they still, like, grow and produce eggs if they've got no grass?
Yeah. Because they didn't have grass before, but they were just like pooping out eggs.
Alright.
It's just a thing they do after every now and then anyway. At least I think it is. Because I think it's sheep need grass.
Yeah, they need grass to keep regrowing, regrowing fur.
But yeah, I've been meaning to put dirt in here anyway. I was going to put some dirt and a hay bale in here. I was going to give them like a hay...
Hay place.
Don't. Yeah. Get out of the hole. Get out of the hole. Get out of the hole.
I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I think I'm going to make some more chesticles so we can start organising stuff.
And make some slight alterations so that they don't escape.
Escape.
Yeah.
Okay, building supplies will go here. All of these kind of blocks.
Yeah, and it looks like a little nest. Oh, it's so cute. Can't wait to slaughter you all for meat.
Delicious.
Right, and I was going to make an observer and automate the pumpkin farm. And my brain is like somewhat working today, so I'm like, I know how to make things.
Yay.
I still don't know how to make an observer. Apparently it isn't that. How make observer? Dropper, note block, piston. I need pistons. I need an observer. What do I need for an observer? I think I need a piston for an observer. Or do I... You know what would be easier? I could just Google it.
You could indeed Google it.
I used to know how to do this. Oh, it's quartz. That's why I can't make it. In that case, I'll make a slightly less automated. By slightly less automated, I mean entirely not automated. I can make a hopper though.
So weird, hoppers being in the main game.
I never played a mod with them in, so I didn't really notice a difference with it.
You played SevTech.
Oh yeah, but like I played SevTech, I think, around the time that hoppers were in the game anyway.
Oh.
I'm like sitting here like, why can't I make this hopper? And then I'm like, I don't have any iron in my inventory. Oh, I have iron armor as well. I should put that on. I've had the I had the theme stuck in my head all day from Mega Man, and someone at work was like, "Is that the Strictly theme?" And I was like, "Oh no, you sweet summer child." It is very. And then I couldn't remember the Strictly theme properly, and I was like, you're not far off actually. It does sound fairly similar."
Me and my dad realized that the Mario Kart SNES theme is basically, it's almost like a sound alike of the Strictly theme, and we were very weirded out by that.
It's weird how many songs are just like slightly similar. I can see me putting things in and you taking them out at the same time. It was very...
Yeah, because this chest here is building supplies. So.
Okay. I'm letting you organize it while I just dump shit in it.
That's fine. I normally don't organize things, so it's different.
It's like we have
John never organizes, so I must do more organizing than I realize.
We are basically living in an exact replica of our Valheim house. I've just realized. Like, with the layout of the boxes and everything.
In the Valheim house, the boxes were on the ceiling.
I mean, yeah, but like just in terms of random, the placement in terms of lines and that.
Sure.
And it's a square. There's not a huge amount of difference.
I don't know what to do with snowballs, to be honest. I don't think they have a use. Oh yeah, I forgot to post on
Keystone.
On Discord.
Oh, I need cobble and wood. Cobble, wood. Keystone.
B is for brains, 'cause I got brain damage. I'm deranged, insane, got cerebrum like a cabbage.
Nice.
It's done by the same guy that did like Weeble and Bob. It's really odd for him to do a song that's that serious. Ah, Twitter. It's been weird.
Never. Now, if I switch you on, will you break the pumpkin by pushing it down?
Scott Banks, but scary.
Oh yeah, that's my Twitter.
Yep.
Ha! It does work. Excellent.
I've got a like make the game prettier thing on, but
Texture pack.
well, I've got a texture pack on, but I've also got a lighting mod on as well. But it also comes, the lighting mod comes with a blooming minimap and a couple of the like QOL kind of things. But the one, it's weird that the sort by name key doesn't actually work. It's there, and I can click on it, and it knows I'm clicking on it. It just doesn't work, which is just really odd.
That is odd.
I'm deranged, insane, got cerebrum like a cabbage. Do not know why the echo is so loud when I walk in the house, considering it's quite a small room.
Now, this isn't a good automation, but it is an automation. Well, Semi-automated.
Have you got all the iron?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Sorry. Sorry. I went to make a hopper and like forgot to put it back.
that's fine.
I'm going to go
I was
I'll
just
put it
thinking, I
back
was
in
just
there.
like, I swear we had more than this.
Yeah, yeah, it's in the chest.
Yeah, thank you.
Um, and then I should just be able to do that, and yeah, and they would all activate. But that one doesn't come back up. Oh, because it needs to reactivate.
My brain is just completely melted in terms of what I'm supposed to be doing.
I mean, that's fair.
We have so many just spots of soft snow or whatever, powdered snow.
Okay, why does that one not come back up then? That's weird.
What's this?
So I've got two hoppers, and one of them, when it's like retracts when it's, but the other one doesn't.
Hmm.
But it was just on that one block, so I've got to figure. I'm trying to figure out because I've put it on a different block and it's been fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is that's doing it. Oh no, it's a zombie again. Stop it. Stop it. I'm going into the house. Leave me alone. Thank you. I'm going to eat some bread in peace.
Yeah, I just realised I'm very low on health and food. Ah! Oh, I pissed off a fucking Enderman. Running! No, leave me alone! I'm not going to be able to get that without. I need it to be daytime.
Do you wanna hop in the bed?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Oh, did I just... I pressed exit by accident because Mrs. texted me.
That was a really long time for it to suddenly like activate then. Right, okay, let's figure this out. Right. So why does it activate one time and not twice? Oh, a jacket potato, nice. Thanks, dead zombies.
It's a shame we didn't get a normal potato because then we could start growing potatoes.
Hmm.
Now, my items went far and wide.
Yeah, they really spread out for some reason. If I put it here, is it because there's a wall there? It's feeding power into the wall. Yeah, I assume it's probably that. The problem is, right? You can get the pumpkins to grow, but then how? When they pop off, they don't always pop off in the same direction.
Internet's going a bit doolally. Good times. Where did my... Ah, there it is. Oh, that... What an odd game. Are you hugging the TV? No.
Which I might be.
It's my dad's favourite Simpsons quote.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's quite an old one. Maybe not, I don't know.
Right, so that grows pumpkins and then they pop up. What was my... How did I used to automate it? I used to have a way to automate them. Oh, I had another row
Ah!
above them.
Ah! Powdered snow! Why? We've picked such an odd place to live.
Yeah. But you know,
Live and learn!
it was the cheap rent.
No annoying neighbours.
Very true. Alright, so there's the pumpkins growing there. And then... If I... Unless I'd alternate them. I want them all to go in the same direction, so when they pop, they fall into a water stream and then get collected. But... Let me just quickly look one up. And push it into water. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, I can automate it. I'm not going to automate it right now, but because I need an observer to automate it. Right, and I'm going to go look for sugarcane because if I can get a sugarcane farm going, then yeah, then we can have pumpkin pie all the time.
Lumpkin.
can't remember how you carve a jack-o'-lantern. There's a thing you have to do to it.
I thought you just put it in your inventory in the crafting thing with like a sword or something, or shears.
I think it might be shears. I used to think you right-clicked it with an axe, but that's not the case. Is that a flower meadow forest thing? Oh. I should probably run back and get food first, actually.
Could be wise. I got bloody under the sea in my head.
Under the sea.
Yeah. Upon the land they work all day, under the sun they slave away.
No.
Stop that over and over.
Can I take the furnaces and put them somewhere else to automate them? Because otherwise I'm going to be putting a hopper and stuff in the house and it'll take up more space and it won't look very nice.
I don't mind if they're in the house.
I might move them one stage down.
Yeah, that's what
because otherwise, otherwise we're blocking the window and you know. Into this little room that we currently have that was a ore deposit.
I'm probably going to build another side room anyway, so I might move them into a little, like, forge room or whatever.
Yeah. I'm just going to try and remember how this works. I think... can have goes in there. Goes in there.
Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
I'll take it from you, Sebastian, any day.
I do find it amusing listening to all the varied excuses people are giving as to why a fucking mermaid can't be black.
Which is funny because in the animated TV show based on the film, there's a black mermaid. She's just, you know, out there living her best life.
Yeah, but racist would be racist in.
That is very true. They do that. Right, so that's fuel. That's the fuel output. And then we need a chest at the bottom. Why have I come all the way back up here? I could have made it in. So I literally just made a workbench, came upstairs to use the workbench. Good time. So I get this there.
Well, my mum watched the stream when we were playing Minecraft the other day. She mentioned it when I saw that it's there.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, it's oh, that's really weird.
Thanks, Mum.
She got a notification on YouTube just before as she was getting ready to go to bed, so she just fell asleep to it. Oh, thanks, Mum.
Yeah. We love a supportive family member.
Yeah.
I had when I did my 24-hour stream last time. My mum watched it in the morning, like she could check on me at like 9 a.m. She was like, and then she like came and knocked in my room when I was done, and she was like, "Well done," and I'm like, "I'm so tired." Right, I just need 2 more of these. Hoppers are so expensive to make anything useful. This is just to make smelting iron more efficient, and it's using our iron. You love to see it. Right, let's put some stone in and see if it works. Hey, there we go. Good. I mean, it doesn't have an output yet, but I'm going to need to go and get some more iron after this because I have used an insane amount of it and I feel very guilty. We still have more than we necessarily need. Iron isn't like a huge resource aside from automation at this point. And tools. But I am a tool, so it's fine.
I don't have a sword to defend myself, sword to defend myself, sword to defend myself.
He doesn't have a sword to defend himself.
Sword to defend myself.
Alright, cool. We have an automated thing, and you're gonna be like, why isn't it even with the doors? And I hear you. And I'm just a zoo. Underground. Nice. So you just put the stuff you want smelted in the top one, and then it come down and be all done in the bottom.
Why have you built 4 hoppers?
You need these are for fuel on the side.
Oh.
So you can put fuel in there, and it'll keep the whole thing stocked up.
Fair enough. Oh, I did have a sword to defend myself. What a fool I am. There are monsters here.
This is the most condensed version of that kind of auto smelter that I can make off the top of my head.
It's fine, I don't mind. As long as you're happy with
Yeah.
it. Sleep. It's night. Can't sleep.
It does.
Monsters.
It can't sleep monsters. But we're in a house. Surely that's the point.
Yeah, I always thought that. There
Oh no. A monster has broken one of my crowers. When I have enough stuff, I will be able to be like, Quacha. Currently, I can only do the Quacha with 2 pumpkins. Arguably, I could put... No, Scott, you don't need to go insane and be like, I could dig under the ground and make a foundation with a hopper minecart. No. Stop there.
I can't even see the monster that's supposedly nearby now.
No.
Might be underground in like a small cavern.
Oh. It? Oh. Oh, I can hear a spider. I can't see a spider. It's the thunderstorm. You see how I Scott-proofed it?
Yeah.
Because I kept nearly walking
Behind
into
you.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for the save, bud.
No worries.
I didn't have my shield on. The other day I just heard it, and I just turned around and put my shield up, and I was fine. And I was like, oh, this will be fine. And then I looked at my hotbar and realized I hadn't equipped my shield. I was like, this is less fine. Nope, still can't sleep.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Man, I've very quickly grown to hate this house.
I like the house.
Yeah, I'm very critical of my house buildings.
I mean, we could go back to my tiny hole.
It's mostly just the supply of wood that's an annoying issue.
Hmm.
Plus, I mean, if you're going to live in a snow biome, you want to live in a large snow biome. This is like quite small, but I couldn't seem to find a... I do want to go... I did want to build a hobbit hole when we first started.
Hmm.
So I might come morning go and find a new location and build a hobbit hole.
We can always link it up with a minecart later on anyway.
Yeah. Well, underground, I did find a mine shaft that we hadn't explored because we were waiting for the next time we played, so we could go get a bunch of thingies, rails. There you go.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. Hobbit hole it is. Come the morrow. Surely now. What the f... That's also an annoying issue. That there must just be monsters like slightly underneath the house somewhere. We might as well move.
So we need to move.
Well, I mean, we might as well move while we don't have a lot invested in the house, rather than you know, wait until we've like fully built it and blah blah blah.
Yeah. I mean, like there's nothing here that we can't just move somewhere else. Because we can just pick the supplies up and move them.
Yeah.
I need to redo the pumpkin farm anyway, so.
Right, well, it seems to be becoming daytime anyway, so I'm gonna go scout for a hobbit hole location.
Now that I've remembered how automation works, I can actually take down my practice one.
I need food.
I have some wheat that I'm about to breadify.
Okay.
Once I tear down my...
Would you want to throw it to me and I'll do it while you're doing this?
Oh, well, I was finished with that anyway. Oh, hey.
Thank you. Plus, Hobbit Hole, we don't have to put so much work into just having a farm.
No.
It is modding, because that zombie is on fire.
Yeah, he is. Look at him go. In my mind, he's breakdancing.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm holding seeds. Oh, sorry, chickens.
Plains are a good spot just because you can then control tree growth, have it where you want it.
Yeah. Very true.
Hello, Mr. Pig. Need to let you live in case we decide to capture you for a firm.
Right. Hobbit hole.
think I found a spot I like, so I'm gonna have a looky loo.
Okay, you find a spot you like. Eventually, I will find a place for a little house for Spot as well, and then we can link it all up in an underground railway.
Spot?
Spot, yeah. Sorry, I was at work today, so the kids call me Spot.
Ah, right, fair enough.
They can't pronounce my name.
Hey, Cooey. Welcome to the Gablin Cave, man. How you doing tonight?
Oh yeah, I should put your stream up. That would help. The Gablin.
It's me, the Gablin. Okay, that should be far enough down that anything else we build will not affect the, we will end up popping up through the ceiling.
Good.
Wait, why did I dig that out? Why am I stupid? Hobbit holes can only be too high. Obviously.
Yeah.
I've irritated myself now.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's alright. Anytime.
Doing good. A little drunk, so I'm sorry if anything seems incoherent or trying to hard to make it readable. No worries, man. You have
Just
yourself
make
a nice drunk time.
Make it sound like it's not something that Matt has to put up with me all the time. I'm frequently incoherent because I'm either overtired or drunk. There is no in between.
Oops. Oh no, you could layer doors like that. That's very weird. Ah, Jesus Christ! I look up and there's a horse above my head, and I don't know why. I just really wasn't expecting that.
Horse, this is not your home. I'm gonna go have a look for the mine place just so I can steal mine rails.
Sure.
Was it in the one that you've linked to the house, or is it?
Yeah, if you go down the like, you know where I showed you that cave last time, the big open cave. Yeah, it was connected to that somewhere.
Okay, cool. I'll have a look. Ow. My leg.
My legs.
I might be getting a tattoo on Wednesday. I'm trying to book it in, but my tattoo artist is really bad at replying to his messages.
Yeah.
I'm like, my guy, I'm trying to give you money. He must be one of those people that's popular and has lots of messages. Because he does. Whenever I've booked it, it's always been through Instagram. So it's just like, he's probably one of those people whose friends actually talk to him.
Ugh.
I know, right? I'm like, I have one messaging app for each individual friend, so I never, like, every friend seems to message me on a different method, so I don't usually miss stuff unless I'm asleep, and I actively miss it. Like, my family will message me on Facebook Messenger. You message me on Discord.
I do.
Or Steam. And yeah, I think work is WhatsApp, and that's like, yeah, so it's like everyone's got their own little method of contacting me. Oh, big tunnel. Oh wait, I have a water bucket. I can just scaffold down. Ow. Okay, well that didn't work very well. Big cave.
Hashtag big cave.
Hashtag big cave. This reminds me of my small, tiny little hole. It's just like, well, I might just turn this cave into my house. And then I'm like, then I've got lots of room. So I did that last time, and that was a lot of work.
Mm.
There's a dead glow squid. Oh, there's the amethyst bit. Which is the mine shaft. Hey, there we go. It would have been good when I was making the farm. Because I could have just come here and gotten all of the fence. Oh, good. There's minecarts in the box. Not minecarts. What were they called? Rails. Oh, yeah, that's what I needed. More of those. But there's also melon seeds.
Got a hot crustacean band.
So true.
So true.
I don't need the pumpkins. Everton. I don't want these eggs. I don't want this stone shovel. I don't want this wooden stone pickaxe. Minecart with chest. I can't swap it, but I've got one of those now. Oh, this is a big room.
Madness.
Ah, that's a spider spawner.
Da-da-da.
No, no, no. No, thank you. I want nothing to do with that. Thank you. Kindly fuck off. Garlic. Holy water. A crucifix. Fuck off.
What's that from?
It's a clip from a stage play that not Tobey Maguire, the other Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, yeah, that he was in.
Yeah.
But like, I can't find it anywhere to watch it, and it upsets me because I know that they have professional recordings of it. I think it's like an American stage show subscription service. I'm like, what? Just let me watch the thing.
Please.
Like, why you gotta be American only? Like, stupid laws.
Mm. I bound the sprint button to one of my mouse buttons and now I'm super fast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's very helpful. Instead of having to double tap. When I remember that I've bound it to a different button.
Yeah, like that. I have the inventory key bound to my one of my extra mouse buttons.
Oh, that'd be so clever.
Oh no. I've seen another spider spawner. Let's just go back the way we came and we'll pretend that never happened. I have 4 hearts, and this took me a bloody long time to get down here. In fact, I'm going to leave as soon as I figure the way out. Ah, there's the eggs I left as a handy dandy decoy. Not decoy. Marker.
With
I
my
know my
handy
word.
cannon. How handy.
Ooh, chains. Oh, I don't have any inventory space. Goodbye, 1 piece of wheat. You will be replaced with chains.
Chains.
Chains. Chains of fool.
Ooh, cut copper. That's cool looking.
Lapis.
Lapis.
Are you looking at my lapis?
Lapis.
Don't look at my lapis. How dare you look at my lapis? You disgust me. But there's me spitting. So I'm disgusted that you look at my lapis. Oh no. Okay, well this is clearly not the way I needed to go. Okay, if I was me and I was lost in a cave, how would I get out? Oh, I'd go back the way I came and found the exit. Yeah. Good job, me. I'd pat myself on the back, but I currently can't reach it because I am... Ah, no, 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 no. Kindly take your hands and stop non-consensually touching me. God's sake, this never happened in my tiny home. No. Okay, I think I killed the skeleton. Good, good. Now we just need to leave. I must ascend. Yeah, this doesn't look like the way out. And I'm on half a heart, and I have no food. But
Yeah, like rotten flesh or anything.
I mean, I did, but I threw it out so I could pick up chains. I should have just thrown out the dripstone block I was using. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. I can figure this out. I'm a smart man. Right. If I go the right way, I'll be going to... I found it! But I'm more worried that I will fall like 2 stone steps, or like I'll fall 2 blocks and die, than I am a monster at this point.
The classic worry.
I'm consistently worried about like just taking a slight fall and dying than I am the constant threat of zombie and skeletal invasion. Which is true for my real life as well. Considering how one time I came home and I just like stepped into the house and my leg just went nah fam and just caved, and like my ankle was I couldn't walk on my ankle for like a week. It's like what are you doing? And leg's just like, I didn't sign up for this. Speak to my manager. I am your manager.
I would love to have a sign or like a little sticker that I could put on my head that just says under new management. That sounds quite funny.
Let's get it tattooed on your head. And save a lot of money on stickers. Like, if I just had clothes tattooed onto me, like, I would save so much money on laundry. I'd also be cold a lot.
Yes.
What is that block you're digging? Is it mycelium?
Diorite.
Oh, it just made diorite look nice. I forget you're using a texture pack.
Yep.
Alright, I have 32 rails.
Nice.
What, oh, I can see your coordinates. They're on your screen. That's handy.
How handy.
Where are we? We're minus 222. You're minus...
It's basically directly south from the house. And you just follow that and you'll be there in no time.
I'm just trying to find the level.
86.
God, a deep boy. Deep boy. Why am I going to go do that now? Why don't I go and eat food? I've still got half a heart. This is not good, Scott. Take care of yourself. It's like, no, you can't make me.
I refuse.
Damn it, me.
Just realised I have a bunch of polished granite, so I might use that instead because the diorite doesn't feel very hobbit.
Hmm.
Plus, I at least know granite looks good on your end, whereas obviously diorite looks different. I'm very curious to see what we end up using the this old building for.
Hmm.
If anything, other than just it looks cool.
Knowing me, it'll probably turn it into some weird old farm. I'll like try and make it look decrepit and overgrown with vines and stuff.
Sure.
Like it's abandoned. And look! Law. Yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, trying to feed myself because I'm dying of starvation. Yep, yeah. That is something I worry about when I eventually live on my own, that I won't have anyone being like, Scott, have you remembered to eat? Like,
yeah. I had that when I first moved to uni flat.
because I had my uni mates at uni would like check on me because they were like, Scott, you're incompetent. And they were like, we know you're the oldest here, but you are so bad at looking after yourself. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? And they're like, well, it's noon. You're still in your pajamas, and I think you're drunk. And I'm like, shut up.
How dare you say things that are so true?
How dare you make me face the reality of which I've put myself in? I never agreed to this.
Very relatable. Yep, I feel like a lot of people these days around our age can relate to just forgetting to feed themselves.
Yeah. Like, my parents' entire life is built around what we're eating, when we're eating, and what we're eating next. To the point that my family went away, and I called them to my mum called me to give me an update on like how they were like how it was going. And I was like, oh, cool. And she just went into like an insane amount of detail about their dinner. And I was like, okay, mum. But like, she was like everything that was on the menu and everything, and I was like, okay, that's good. I think.
I don't know. Food is a big part of my holidays as well.
Yeah, people like food. My parents are big into their food. But she was like telling me everything on the menu, and I was like, I had friends around at the time. We were just like chilling, and we were all trying really hard not to laugh because we were on like minute 9 of Mum talking about the food menu. And I think it had become quite apparent that Mum was drunk, and we were just like, yep, go on. I'm like, did you do anything that wasn't food based today? Like, did you like go outside or?
God,
I mean, that was their first day, so a lot of it was them like traveling.
yeah. I already, even though barely any of it's actually finished, I already love this building better. This little hobbit hole.
All right, we will join it up, and you will have a Hobbit network.
I'm just a wee little gablin. I like to.
You're just a wee little guy. You just like tiny little holes that you can sit in. I'm just a little guy. I just, I love tiny little holes.
I end up taking a lot of food home from work that would have been thrown out otherwise. Most of my meals, katsu curry or really low quality bentos. That and 70p pieces from Morrison's. Excellent. If that's not fancy living, don't know what is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And you're at 16.
God, he really wants the world to know he exists today.
I'm glad Gordy exists.
I am as well, but he's just been just a massive test of late. Just really testing my patience.
I mean, I live with Miko, so
yeah,
I get that.
you can empathize.
Yeah. Okay, so go this way for like a real long time, and then slightly.
Thank you, my love.
This way? No, that way. Miko, shut up.
Did you not get a drink? Thank you. Gordy, I'm not going to give you any food. You've been getting too many treats of late.
Yeah, Miko's really fat because, well, he's not really fat, but like
He's big.
he's like over.
That size.
Yeah, he's overweight for his all he eats is treats, and he refuses to eat anything else.
My aunt got really annoyed at me and Lucy once when we puppy sat her dog, and just I don't know, maybe out of stress or something, he wouldn't eat, and it would get to the point where he was throwing up, just like, bile and the like, because he wasn't eating at all. So one of the things we found on El Tinterwebs was to put gravy in their food, because obviously then it's kind of like too delicious for them to be too stressed to
Yeah.
eat. But then when he went back to theirs, that meant that he'd become suddenly a very picky dog.
Oh dear.
And they were really annoyed at us, and I was like, we didn't do it, because they thought we were like overreacting and stuff, and my mum was like, here's why you're not going to be puppy sitting again and stuff. And I was like, no, he was vomiting because he wasn't eating.
Yeah, because I'm guessing they hadn't been away before,
Yeah.
so it was very stressful for them. People can overreact in some very extreme ways.
Mm. There goes my pickaxe.
Right, I'm at the right level and the now I just have to dig this way for like 100 blocks.
Are you going to be going under the house or into the house?
I don't know. We can. I'm just trying to find where it is, and then we can move the thing wherever. It's just so that I have a straight line,
Sure.
and then we can figure out the best place to put it once I. If I like break through and I'm like, "Hey, I'm here," and you'll be like, not here." We'll figure out where to put it.
That's
So, bust into your living room on a minecart, like, "I have arrived." Find out I'm looking at the wrong coordinates, and I end up going the complete wrong direction. I mean, worst case scenario, I accidentally come through your stairway, at which case I can just kind of
yeah.
move down a few blocks. Also, this is the safest way for me to get to your house, from considering my usual issues,
Raison d'être.
which is often dying. There's also loads of stuff in the walls. I should get paid tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Ooh, yay.
Should get paid tomorrow. I mean, last time it took them 2-3 weeks to actually pay me. But yeah. Okay, right, now we're out of iron. I need to go make another iron pickaxe. Actually, I have enough to make a crafting bench and do that here. Oh, I had another crafting bench in my inventory anyway. I crafted another one.
I can't sprint because I'm hungry.
Oh, hungry.
The horses drop meat.
They dropped leather. I don't think they dropped meat.
Chicken there. Come here, chicken.
Matt, no, think of the children. The delicious, delicious children.
I don't want to kill too many animals at the moment just because, you know.
Yeah, we're going to need them for... Oh, I found dirt. That means I'm at a different part of them. Might have changed biomes. Also means that I don't have a spade because I haven't been using one for ages.
Ah!
I'm back to start.
Why are these illagers shooting at me?
Because they're not very kind.
Seemingly not.
Oh, I can see your nameplate. I must be getting close. Alright, we can't go to a village for a while.
They shot at me. I did nothing to them.
Do you have the, thing? Oh, hello.
Hello.
Matt. I'm here.
Oh yeah.
That worked out quite well, actually. Right. Time to lay track. I don't actually have enough, but I have some. I'll start on the other end. Well, you now have an incredibly long hallway. You're welcome.
Ooh, don't jump in there. That's a cavern.
Oh no, that dog has a gun. I must stab you.
Is that a monkey? He's got a gun.
He's also very rude.
Gordy, please stop being a fusspot. It's very, very irritating.
Never.
Never!
Never, father.
Never Father sounds like a Final Fantasy villain. The Never Father. Or a
It does.
summon.
I am the Never Father. You will do well to remember that. So, alright, piss off.
Piss off, Ghost!
Piss off, not daddy! And they'd be like, I hate that. Please don't. And I'd be like, I don't give a shit. You're the bad guy. Bad is subjective. Just because you are a bad guy does not mean you are a bad guy. Oh, thanks, Satan.
It's pronounced Satine.
Right, okay, I didn't go as far as I thought it would. Turns out 32 is not enough for the several hundred block journey. But,
It's wild, man.
yeah, no, there's no but. There's no bright side here. I'm just dumb. But I'm gonna go get some more food and clear out all the junk from my inventory and then go back into the cave.
Have fun.
Remember I went through a stage where my mum would be like, okay, love you, have fun, and I'd be like, don't tell me what to do, and I'd just leave the house. That was just my response. Like,
Yeah, that sounds like you.
yeah, it's a very me thing to do. It's like people will be like, okay, have fun, and I'll be like, don't tell me what to do, just to do that, just now, just to spite you, I'm gonna have a terrible time. And I hope you feel bad about it. I have a name tag. I don't really know what to do with it.
Wait until we get a horse, I guess.
Oh yeah. I would rather have a saddle so that I can ride the horse, but I've been told that that's not legal in many countries. Our stream started 69 minutes ago. Nice.
Nice.
Nice cock.
I've heard positive things about the new Sonic game.
Oh, the Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah.
I haven't looked much into it. Is it out yet?
I guess so.
I've heard terrible things about the new Batman Knights, Arkham Knights game.
I was watching someone play it. It looks alright.
I haven't heard many good reviews of it, but
Apparently, it feels very unfinished.
mm. I've seen some of the like scenes from it where it's like Batman recording, like, oh, if I die, and them like interrupting him, and I'm like, oh, the characterizations of these guys they're all the same. Like, okay, they feel very similar, which is fine, but like, it'd be nice if they had unique characterization. I mean, that's fine, I guess.
I think you want too much from your video games.
Yeah. I want too much from writing in general, clearly. Like, hey, what if the girl character was more than just token female character? Like, what? No. Gross.
Don't say such stupid things.
Why would we have a character who's a woman whose main personality trait isn't being a woman? You moron. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. My bad.
I'm sorry for existing. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'll never ask again. I'm sorry. This is entirely on me. I am a Scot and I'm going down a hole. Goey hole. A tiny little slender hole. Which leads to a big chasm. Which I will explore thoroughly with my pickaxe. And my penis.
With your hard metal tool.
Ow. I broke my leg.
My leg.
That was my favourite leg too. Still the funniest thing I've ever recorded was me drunkenly playing what was it? Walking Dead Telltale thing. And it was just me being like completely unafraid of everything because I was that drunk that none of it bothered me. And I was just like, oh no, I broke my leg. That was my good leg too. I call him Jerry. And then I'm like kicking the wall, and then the next clip is me getting out, like the couch getting out of the car, and I'm like, we did it, Jerry. I just like watched it back in the morning, and I was like, that's pretty funny. I like that. There's also a bit where I'm like, oh, I need to get this bullet, and then I drop the bullet, and I'm like, oh, I'm such a clumsy goose. Like, just being like really overly chill with it. Okay, let's find where I was before. That would be good. It's the creepy zone. I'd be fine sober, but drunk I'd be terrified out of my mind. I don't know, I've not played a horror game like drunk, so I mean the Telltale game wasn't particularly scary anyway, but like I've never played a horror game while drunk, but I feel like I'd probably be fine with it while drunk, because my drunk brain's like, I'm like far too calm when I'm drunk. Like, the amount of situations I've been in where I'd be like genuinely afraid if I was sober. Which is mostly just social interaction, to be fair. As opposed to like... I'm like, oh, meeting new people? Absolutely not. But then drunk Scott's like, oh, I love people. Ah, a skeleton. We meet again. I wish we hadn't, though. Zing.
I do not remember why I came back to this main house. Oh, bed. That's why. Which is your spawn point? Do you know? Is it the left or the right?
Pass. I think normally I think it's the left one. I usually gravitate to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything he owned in a box to the left. That's a song about a messy breakup. Not that I would know, all my breakups went swimmingly. That's a lie. I mean, they all went swimmingly for the other person, to be fair. Okay, I have not found the cave I was looking for. I've not been to a bar and gotten drunk. I've only ever been in my own home, but I feel like being drunk in a bar, I'd be super sociable, but sober, I hate talking to strangers. Yeah, no, I get that. I feel like that in most situations. Like I don't go to the bar like outside of going with my friends, and so then I don't normally end up talking to people anyway. But like when I used to go out on like nights out and stuff, I'd be like fairly sociable once I've had a couple of drinks. Because I have trouble keeping thoughts in my head anyway, so when I'm drunk, they just leak out. But I don't tend to think very negative things about other people, so I just go up to someone and go, I like your hat, it is nice. And then I walk away. And my friends are like, we're sorry about Scott, he's just like this. And I'm like, would you like to play Beyblades? And they're like, what? No. I'm like, oh. Like slowly putting
Nothing wrong with being a gregarious drunk.
Yeah, so slowly just putting my Beyblade Stadium away, like, oh, okay. like zipping up my hoodie underneath it says like "Let It Rip" on my t-shirt. I mean, like it's your loss. Like
we should do a YouTube series where we rewatch all of Beyblade.
Well, the original one. The original one I remember being quite good for a TV show about very dangerous spinning tops inhabited by celestial creatures.
Bang on.
And Demonic.
Dominic Beyblade. Hello, I am Dominic Beyblade.
Dominic Beyblade.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm Dominic Beyblade. I am secretly a vampire, and all I
Dominic
say is
Beyblade seemed to be having a stroke.
Oh no.
Oh no, Dominic Beyblade, say it so.
Dominic Beyblade, no, what will the world do without you?
What will the world do without Dominic Beyblade? Oh dear. We are very stupid.
Yeah.
We are very Dominic Beyblade.
Well, I think we had better, more coherent conversations when we were drinking last time than we are now.
Absolutely.
And it's just because we're both tired, and that's the only reason. Because to be fair, we've both woken up from a nap. Because we are fully grown adults in our 20s.
If you can't handle me at my Dominic, how can you handle me at my Beyblade?
Yeah, exactly. Dominic Beyblade is my favourite anime character.
Absolutely.
The biggest betrayal was when the drunk guy wouldn't play Beyblades with him. Top 10 anime betrayals.
Dominic Beyblade is my favourite anime character. Absolutely. Who couldn't love Dominic Beyblade?
His arch enemy.
I really want to get a shirt.
Cindy Beyblades.
I want to get a shirt that says, if you can't handle me at my Dominic, how can you handle me at my Beyblade? It would be the biggest conversation starter ever. Because most people would then assume your name is Dominic.
Maybe like, no.
No, why would you think that?
That's a really big assumption you're making about my name there.
Get really offended by it.
What do you mean I look like a Dominic? So anyway, do you want to play Beyblades? Let me just slowly get out the Beyblade. Like, I genuinely am at the point where I feel like that's my best option of getting a girlfriend, is like to just go to a Weatherspoons with a Beyblade battle stadium and just go up to girls and be like, if I win, you have to give me your number. Just hand them a Beyblade and see what happens. I'm thinking like at least mild assault towards me with the Beyblades. In some cases.
I'm expecting kids by the end of the year.
To do what? It's fucking dumb. I said someone at work today who was telling me about like how she used to find it really hard to find shoes because she had big feet. And she was like, "Oh, had to go to this place and I'd buy 5 pairs." And I was like, "Well, if you were buying shoes, why did you buy a load of fruit?" she's like so fucking done with me like immediately. I'm like, Helen, calm down.
It's just like I need new friends. Oh.
God damn it, Helen. Think, what would Dominic Bleble do? What would WD BBD? What would Dominic Bleble do?
Truly an inspiration.
Times like this, I wish we were popular enough to have people make animated videos of us.
Absolutely. I don't know what to do with all this empty space in the kitchen. I'll figure something out, but
That's how I feel about like my life. I don't know what to do with all this empty space.
it's all this empty space in my life.
What do I do with it? And people are like, "I don't know, get a hobby." And I'm like, "I'm really bad at hobbies." Like, what do you mean you're bad at hobbies?
Really bad at hobbies.
Like, what do you mean you're bad at hobbies? They're like, I don't enjoy things. They're like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, how are you a person? I'm like, oh.
I mean, how are
I
you?
play Beyblades? Like,
Play Beyblades?
like,
That's my hobby.
like, but no one will play it with me, and everyone gets really weirded out when I just like be like, "You want to play Beyblades?" And then I have like a mini stroke and start creating anime characters called Dominic Bleble, who I'm not entirely convinced isn't a vampire because all his name is literally Blair.
Blair.
I made a TikTok that I'm annoyed didn't go viral, and it's one of those the TikTok guys who's like a voice actor. And he's like, "Could you voice a vampire?" And I'd be like, and I was like, okay. So I stitched it and went, okay, Blair, thank you,
Blair.
and that was it. Like that was the whole thing, and I thought it was really funny. And I'm like, why isn't this viral?
That was my audition. Thank you.
Thank you.
You should have bowed.
Like, yeah, I do like like all of my TikToks have been filmed almost exclusively in my bed or in my bedroom. And like someone from work found it, and I'm like, oh no, no one needs to see these. I'm actually dizzy. I'm losing my mind. This is so funny.
It's not funny. You're just drunk. This is some of the dumbest shit we've ever seen. I'm
not funny. I'm drunk. Wait, no, you're not drunk. I'm funny. Fuck. You wanna play Beyblades?
Beyblade?
Come on, someone please. I haven't played Beyblades in so long.
Yeah, as I got older, I wasn't surprised that there's like still a community for Pokemon cards and stuff. But when I found out there's still an active like Beyblade community, that was a real shock. I was just kind of no, do something else.
Because Beyblades isn't finished. Like they brought it back. There's like a new series of it called like Metal Fusion.
Oh my god.
They got a YouTuber to do the intro. They got Nate Wants to Battle to do the opening theme, which was cool. And I was featuring Dominic Blades, featuring Dominic Blades, Dominic Blair's half brother. Yeah, if Beatamon still has an active scene, then I'd be surprised. Like, Beyblades, I can sort of get because it's just spinning tops, right?
Yeah.
But, like, if Bakugan or Beatamon have active things, then...
Yeah, Bakugan really should, like, it's like a really cool idea, but it works a lot better as, like, a show than it does a,
Someone was explaining the actual rules to me the other day, and if your marble thing knocks the other marble, then it just wins no matter how powerful it is. Imagine spending like 100 grand on like a really powerful Beedemon, Bakugan, or whatever the hell they're called, and it just knocks it out of the circle, and you've got like this level 1 thing, and the person's just like, yeah, this one's just made of like literal iron, and its whole purpose is to just knock other ones out. I'm just like, guys, we're just playing really like high level marbles at this point.
Yeah.
And Kui had to go and get out of their pajamas.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, no, you don't. Just stay in your pajamas.
I literally had to put a shirt on to answer the door the other day.
I don't. I just opened the door like really slightly and then poked my head around the corner.
There's like someone from my church. They were dropping off flowers for my mum because she'd had COVID.
Oh, that's sweet of them.
Yeah, I think she's got like an ear infection or something now, so like she had to get antibiotics. So she's had a really bad time of it because she got ill and then it lowered her immune system, so she got more ill. And I'm like, how are you supposed to take care of me when you keep being ill? I'm not going to take care of myself. I'm 26. Basically a baby.
You just don't get it.
I'm a millennial. I don't know how washing machines work. Someone help. I genuinely had to say to work the other day, they were like, why are you wearing a shirt to work with children? And I was like, I'm running out of clothes and I don't know how the washing machine works. Like, I know how it works in theory, I just don't know where basically all the laundry stuff is kept so that I can make it work.
Kui, Dominic is always relevant.
Is Dominic still relevant? Yes, and also I don't know how washing machines work, but
No, he doesn't.
no. And the 8th best hero in My Hero Academia is just a person who's a washing machine. They're called Washman. Oh, actually, they might just be called Wash. I'm not sure.
It's an eclipse tonight. I forgot that there was moon phases in the game now. You're not supposed to
Oh, in Minecraft.
Yeah. You're not supposed to look directly at a eclipse, so I'm going to look directly at it.
No, you have to use a thingy. Like a box with a mirror reflector or something.
Yeah. To be fair, there are way too many options on a washing machine. Agreed.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't want to defrost my spaghetti. I just want to wash my trousers.
I don't want to defrost my spaghetti.
I might be using the oven by mistake. I wondered why it smelled like grease.
I don't. I also want a shirt that says I don't want to defrost my spaghetti, and that's it. That's all it says.
That was very quotable, man. Mostly because when you talk as much as I do, some of it's got to be good.
Absolutely.
You know, like an infinite number of monkeys and typewriters, Shakespeare, Dominic Blair, play Beyblades, you know, etc.
It is just as likely for them to type.
Do you want to play Beyblade?
A line of Shakespeare as it is for them to type Dominic Blair.
Do you? Or yeah, that's probably more likely because that is just a series of random letters. I also wash my clothes in the microwave. I know, right? We recently got an air fryer, and
your dad's never been happier.
Yeah, no, he's still happy about it. But now because he can take it out, like he can take the grill part out. He keeps like bringing it to us. When he's like if we've got dinner like today, like we had extra chips, he was like bringing it around and showing us the chips, like the extra chips, like asking if we wanted them. And I was like, no, I'm good. But then he told me how long it took him to cook the chips, and I'm like, oh, great. Like, I'm assuming it took just as long as it did last time you told me about cooking chips in the air fryer. Like, my dad has never been more proud of me than when I cooked a frozen pizza in the air fryer. To put that in perspective, I have a degree and a master's. Like... And it's not that he wasn't proud of those achievements, it's that he's more proud of the air fryer. Ow. That was great timing on my part. Although I did. God, have you ever reheated pizza in the air fryer? It's so good. See, apparently this is just a thing. People were just very excitable about air fryers.
Northern Lion loves his. He goes on about it all the time.
Not as much as his Peloton.
That's very true. Yeah.
I've
Peloton and air fryer.
started getting adverts on YouTube for Peloton in front of Northern Lions videos because I think the algorithms figured it out. Oh, I was actually really near the top. So that's actually quite a good time to die. That was a quote on the old Robin Hood BBC drama. It was like, "Today is a good day to die." And I'm like, why are you Scottish? I think it's supposed to be like...
It's also from Star Trek.
Is it?
Yeah, Klingons. Dwarfs.
They love dying. Them Klingons.
They love that.
Them
What
clingy
Peloton
boys.
After NL mentioned his so much, I found out they're expensive as hell. Absolutely, yeah. They're like, exercise bikes on crack.
Yeah, they're exercise bikes, but like you can stream other people on their exercise bikes.
Yeah.
And also that Peloton as a company is hemorrhaging money. And they keep trying to release new things, and everyone's like, no, stick to bike. But like, apparently most people keep their Peloton subscription, so like they tend, like, they just don't make a huge amount of money on it. My dog is barking at nothing.
When a dog's barking at something, it seems so rare.
My dog, Miko in particular, has gotten a lot worse since COVID because like he wasn't used to people like walking in front of the house, and now for the last like 2 years he's been like, there is someone outside, I will maim them for you, and we're like, you don't need to do that. I think you could like tell we were nervous when we saw people walking past our house because we were like,
oh my god,
they might have leprosy, and I'm like, more importantly, do you think they'd want to play Beyblades? And my parents are like, Scott, no. Put the stadium down. I'm like, Mum, you don't get it. My need to rip is so strong.
It is very bold to call it a stadium, though, isn't it? Because it is just a glorified like fruit bowl. Yeah,
the thing is, that's what they're called. Like, and you buy them online. They're genuinely called it. And I was always like, I want to buy a Beyblade bowl, and my friends are like, do you mean the or my parents were like, oh yeah, okay, and they're like, they can't find it, and then they put in stadium, and they're like, oh yeah, cool. I remember for years I forwent, I don't know. I didn't have Easter eggs one year because I said I'd rather have a dual disc from Yu-Gi-Oh. And my parents just couldn't find one, and they like it was really hard for them to find. And I looked them up online because I was like, oh, now I'm an adult with access to adult money, I can buy one. Like, they don't make them anymore, and they're worth like 200 quid. And I'm like, god damn it, parents! See,
man,
I have X.
That makes me really wish I'd bought one like when they were in Toys R Us and stuff.
Yeah, so like, I'm just like, see, I have immaculate taste. I have a Pokemon card worth £100, and my dad's like, sell it, and I'm like, no. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because I need a different Gyarados card for my binder. And he's like, you could just get another one that looks the same that's not worth the £100. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could.
I cannot explain how funny Beyblades are to me right now. They are pretty funny. I love that there's a chimney on this Hobbit hole. This house, even though incomplete, is already a bajillion times better than the previous house, right?
Yeah, it depends on your definition of bajillion.
I'm gonna test if sheep will follow wheat because it is daytime, and I already have a pen set up.
I think they do follow wheat. I think they're wheaty boys.
Wheaty boys. Yep, they do.
At nursery, we have like the cereal we give the kids is all like knockoff brand stuff basically. So we have like, instead of like Rice Krispies, we have Rice Snaps, and instead of Weetabix, we have like, we have like wheat biscuit, and then instead of Shreddies, we have Wheaties. Yeah. And they're the only one that I call by their brand name because I think Wheaties sounds better than Weetabix or like Shreddies.
I cannot stand Shreddies. I really despise them. Oh yeah, you know Beard Bros? At the beginning of their like Super Beard Bros videos now, they have like Ted eating something random as like a thing for their Patreon or whatever.
Alright.
And they've started doing British stuff, and they were like, enjoy watching Ted eat one of his favourite snacks, Weetabix. For one, they said it weird, and I can't even begin to emulate quite how they said it. But also, I looked at it and was like, you've put way too much milk on those Weetabix, man.
Also, they're not a snack. It's a meal.
Yeah, it's breakfast.
It's like... breakfast means breakfast. Get the breakfast done. And I say that joke every morning at the nursery, and I do not know how to explain to you how little the 2-year-olds understand it.
The sheep keep crowding each other so that they block each other from getting in the fucking door.
That was just such an exasperated... The sheep!
There we go. I had to hit one of them.
I don't remember. I mean, the last time I had cereal was like last month. I went through a phase of like trying to be healthy. Started eating muesli every day for breakfast and lost 6 pounds. And then my parents went away and I ate junk food for 2 weeks and put it all back on.
Excellent. Oh, because I had a black sheep and a white sheep. Their baby's grey. I forgot what happens.
That's how genetics work.
Generally don't remember the last time I ate cereal. Might have been when I was like in year 6. Ah, dude, I eat cereal all the time. I love cereal. Cereal is the bomb.
Meanwhile, there's a person called Cereal in Matt's basement missing several arms and legs. Being like, help!
Or it turns out my nickname for Lucy is cereal.
Dude, even I didn't go there. Like, to be fair, my brain, that wasn't where my brain immediately went. Mine was immediately cannibalism for some reason, which is arguably more worrying.
Agreed.
Yours is likely more realistic. I'd like to think that's more realistic than you being a cannibal anyway.
I don't know.
I don't know, I've called friends some weird nicknames. Like, I think one nickname for a while was Puddle for someone. Obviously Callum is still Clum. After... And we didn't even come up with that. There was a guy called Liam who we don't see anymore. Like, because he's invisible now.
Yep.
Like, it's weird how people end up with nicknames. I've never had a nickname that stuck. Like, my branding, like, people are always just like, it's like I'm my own brand of just being Scott, and like my name just kind of suits me and my vibe. Yeah. So like people are just like, but it's Scott. Like, as a mostly to do with whenever I've done something stupid, or like when someone's like, oh, Scott did this thing and it was really bad, and then people are like, oh, but it's Scott, so he probably didn't mean it. Or like stuff like that. Like, but it's Scott was like almost like a catchphrase from my class at university. And they were like,
sitcom.
Yeah, but it's Scott is definitely, yes. We are so close to an Emmy nomination. I just have to sleep with 3 more executives.
You'll get there.
And then we'll be nominated for a nomination.
It's an honor just to be nominated.
It's an honor just to be nominated, because it meant I got to sleep with all the executives. On the last episode of Mock the Week, there was like lines you'd never hear on Mock the Week, and the things we'd like to hear or whatever. And one of the comedians went up and said, There's a reason Mock the Week only lasted 17 years, because that's the age that BBC executives lose interest. And then he just looked dead in the camera and, what are you going to do, cancel us? Because it was the last episode. The diet thing is super...
5+ years was Rob the Mob, which is playground rhyming nicknames, but it's stuck because penis is funny to children. Agreed. Penis is funny. Penis is funny to adults.
Yeah. We're told at work that we have to use the word like for genitals, like the correct word for genitals with children. I can't say penis without laughing, so I just don't.
Yeah, I've heard that before from a couple sources because it's about like making sure that kids use the right language in case something.
Yeah, in case they need to talk about it with like an adult or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, there's good reasoning behind it, but like I can't look at a 2-year-old in the eye and say I need you to stop playing with your penis. Um, because it makes it all sound too serious, and they're gonna be like, "My what?" And I'm like, oh, "I don't need to get into this." Funniest thing that's ever happened is when I was changing a nappy is this kid just looked at me and went, "Look at my balls," and then just put his legs in the air.
Look at my ball.
And it was
go,
obviously
kid, you go.
it was obviously something that him and his dad did together when his dad was changing him because he was only like just 2 or something. It was really funny. He was called Dara.
Ah.
That was 8 years ago, so he's like 10 now, which is horrifying to think. Because like you have to remember that I was involved in those children's formative years, so they're going to be at least a little bit messed up. Not because I did anything to them, but just being like around me for that length of time. They're like length of time. I'm pretty sure several of them became Dominic Blair Blair. Because he is just a series of people, really, isn't he?
Dominic Blair is he's more of a spirit that lives within us all.
Did we just create a cult?
Absolutely.
Sick.
And for just $39.99.
A minute.
How tall does the crafting room need to be, considering you're going to put like the automation stuff in?
I'm headed back up now. When I get back to the room, I'll quickly count it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Because I definitely am gonna over or undersell it by a lot. Reject Jesus, embraced.
Embrace Dominic Blair.
You can have both. I know, like Dominic Blair is like a warlock patron rather than a. Like you can have a warlock patron who gives you superpowers, but also it's like DC Comics. Like you could that like where you know the Christian faith is a legitimate thing, and there's Super Judas. I can't remember what he's called. Phantom Stranger, I think he's called.
Excuse me, he's called Super Judas.
I call him Super Judas because I think that would be a better name. I refuse to acknowledge anything else because I read one of the comics that he was in where they like talked about his backstory, and, like shows his family like dying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five tool.
Okay.
Priest, warlock, multi-class. Yeah. I've seen some people play cleric warlock. It's kind of hard to multi-class because the spellcasting's two different kind of thingies. I'm writing a subclass for cleric at the moment called the heretic domain, where it's just basically you are a like bad cleric who steals powers from a god, and then at level 6 you unlock the ability playing the field where you can steal the abilities of a different cleric subclass.
Nice.
In my like days off, I'm gonna make a load of those, throw them on DM's Guild, put it up as like a pay what you want if you like, or you can just take it for free and then just see if I get any like background money on that.
I really want to make a Splatoon race and class set and run a very short Splatoon D&D. I think that should be super, super fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I had fun making the Murloc race. That was really fun.
Yeah, I always find making like and like trying to balance it and stuff is always fun with that kind of stuff with D&D, because it's because you've got like quite a good starting block with a lot of it.
Yeah.
And with stuff like D&D Beyond, not sponsored but could be, you can kind of, it makes making stuff like that a lot easier.
If you believe.
That sounds real cool. A friend of mine has made a dream subclass characters based around dreams and nightmares. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that's cool. Especially considering how often a lot of early game encounters come down to, are you asleep? The entire enemy group is now asleep. We slit their throats one by one.
I mean, I can't say a lot of my parties ever done that, because I don't think any of my parties have ever realized how strong sleep is.
Yeah. I've seen it at least 3 times now.
The coolest thing I've had a player do that became like their main thing they did was a artificer character. It's their first time playing D&D, and they took magic rock. So that's a D6 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
And so he would like load up on rocks, like magic them, and then he cast catapult on it.
Yeah.
So then it would do a D6 plus then if it hit. And I was like, well, that's pretty cool, because it's risk reward of he doesn't get to roll now, and if it misses, then he doesn't get the damage from either of it. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. We'll do that. To the point that I then had a similar thing where I had a sorcerer cast catapult with a dagger.
Nice.
So I'd throw the dagger in the air and then cast catapult on it. And then I'd be like, can I have my dagger back? And they're like, no.
No, I'm using it.
It's in my spleen.
God, he is staring at me. As he does.
They're back.
He hates that.
So, hey,
Yeah, stop.
that's like one of my like go-to phrases at work lately. Anytime something goes wrong, I just go, I hate it.
I don't like it.
Chrissy, I don't like it.
Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up.
Yeah, don't apologize for having to go. We just talked about Beyblades like the whole time.
Yep.
And now you'll never know. I don't know why. I just think the idea of randomly making people talk about Beyblades is really funny. Because there are just people who don't know what Beyblades is, and I'm like, right.
Yeah, we're kind of like the last generation that really thought about blah 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 blah.
Beyblades.
Beyblades.
I remember I once had a girl I was talking to, and I was asking for her phone number, and she was like, people don't use phone numbers anymore. Do you want my snap? And I was like, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
I was like, I have Instagram. I don't have Snapchat. I'm not 14. Where art thou, Shears?
What doth thou need shears for, good sir?
I want to see if I can do some stuff with the pumpkins. No, I missed peak comedy. We weren't actually talking about Beyblades. I think we were talking about something else. We were talking about D&D.
I don't really know about Beyblades. I don't know about Groups of my brother. They are a true gift.
It was such a weird time.
Yep.
Because everyone was like, yeah, this is a cool thing. This is a normal thing.
Yeah, we all just agreed that fucking dreidels were cool again.
And everyone, like, the Jewish community were like, Guys, we
We've been
tried to
telling you
tell
this for years.
Like, there's a whole song, and then you like ruined it by going like Beyblade da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, when we already had Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Damn it, we ruined it. Spoiled it.
Ruined it. It was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
The end.
You can't make smooth basalt, can you?
No.
No, I want deep slit anyway. So
I want doesn't get.
it's very true.
That's what my parents always said to me, and I was like, okay, I require.
I require.
I kept doing something to my mum the other day. I can't remember what it was. I was winding her up because I was bored. As you do at the age of 20.
Never start a sentence with, I was just doing something to my mum.
Like, shut up. And I was just making faces at her or something, and I just kept giggling like a child. She was like, "The wind will change and your face will stay like that," and I was just like, "Mother, I'm 26. I know for a fact that's not true." Just like, how can you be acting like a child and then just randomly be like, "Mother, no."
My parent, I was at a family thing on Sunday, and Lucy asked me at some point, she was telling me something about carving pumpkins, and I turned to her and said, "You're 29, right? I know I carve a fucking pumpkin." And then that became the meme for the day with my parents. Both 2 points in the day, both my parents looked at the other and was like, "I'm 59, I know how to carve a pumpkin." I was like, "Alright, leave me alone, you're bullying me."
I hate it here.
I hate it! I'm gonna make the walls of the crafting room out of deep slate to give them, one, a nice unique look, and also, because then it's like they're all covered in soot from years of use.
Make it out of clay, and then we can call it the Dreidel room.
Damn it.
Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay.
Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Dreidel, 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 I played
Yep,
with you all day.
a fair lot of people my age 21 don't really know about Beyblades. Oh, but like, what's the point of your existence at that point?
Yeah, what's the point of going on if you don't know about
Like, Beyblades. Beyblades. Yeah, your generation should at least know about Beyblade Metal Fusion, the new series no one asked for. For the longest time, I had a poster of Kai from Beyblades in my room, and it might still be in my room, like my old room somewhere.
Fantastic.
And I'm like, Kai's not even my favorite. So, I was like, why have I got Kai? Actually, I think Kai might have been my favorite. He was like the brooding one, but I think my favorite one was like the guy who had a tiger. Like a tiger Beyblade. He didn't have like an actual tiger.
I liked the guy with the turtle one. He was like the best friend of the main character.
Oh yeah, Max. Because like they just acquired Max like halfway through, and then like I think it's like season 2. You find out Max is a robot.
What?
Max isn't even a real kid. He's just a fucking robot.
Yeah, we need to do a series where we rewatch it.
Hang on.
People can watch along with us.
Beyblades. Max is a robot. Am I remembering that correctly?
It sounds like something that'd be part of an abridged series.
Max Tate, from the original series consisting of Beyblade V-Force, and Beyblade G Generation, is a member of the G Revolutions and the PPB All-Stars. His Bit Beast and Beyblade is Drasil, one of the 4 sacred Bit Beasts. He first appeared in Beyblade Fighting Tournament as just Max in August 2000.
That's a weird name.
Much earlier in the manga in Volume 1, Chapter 5, released in January 2000. Personality, relationships. Skills, other, Beyblades. Spin gear. Magna Core system. engine gear, hard metal system, plot.
Plot.
Is it not Beyblade? Is Max a robot? Is Max a robot?
The deep dark on this texture pack is purple instead of blue, and that seems to be the only salient difference.
Maybe it's not him that's a robot. Maybe one of the others is a robot. Zeo is the only character in the world of Beyblade who is a robot. Oh, the hell in the anime protagonist is this? Okay, I guess Sam is... Not Sam. I guess Max isn't a robot? Why did I think Max was a robot? Maybe... I know there was a Power Rangers main character who was a robot. Like the Red Power Ranger, like you find out he's a robot, and then at the very end of the series he gets to be like a real boy because there's a fairy, because magic's a thing as well, I guess? I don't know.
I'll buy it.
And he's just like, I have the exact same personality and a soul and lungs and stuff, and now I can age and die.
Yay!
Great. Now I can't look at porn on the internet without anyone knowing. I can't imagine he could do that anyway because he didn't realise he was a robot for ages. That was one of the car ones when they went back to using cars with Power Rangers all the time. I played the original Beyblade game on GameCube. I played that. The best, you could just, there was like a way you could min-max your Beyblade with like Max's Drasil one, and you could just destroy everyone else's Beyblades.
I like the Robot Wars game. That was fun.
I love how the most defining part of being a human to Scott is being able to die. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of, yeah, it is kind of universal.
It's one of the big main things. Like that was one of the major plot points in Bicentennial Man, which is one of the most phenomenal movies I've ever seen. Got Robin Williams in it, and he's a robot.
Yep.
And then he becomes a human by the end of it.
Yep, he becomes a human and then immediately fucking dies.
He dies like just before they like the court of the Supreme Court like announces he can be human, and like because I think the whole point was like I think the director wanted it to be like he didn't need their validation to know he was a human and allow himself to die or whatever. I think it's supposed to be like a poetic thing, whereas I'm really just kind of like shitty timing in it, which is the most human thing, I think. That and being able to die. Like, I'm just saying, if you can't die, then what's the point? That's why Super Judas isn't human anymore. That's a defining character trait of Super Judas. Oh, is cereal soup, Matt?
No.
Okay. I asked someone that I worked with, and they went, Scott, it's just too early.
It's too early for Scots.
It's just too early for... They're just like, I don't know. I don't like soup. Why are you asking me? And I'm like, sorry, Laura.
It's a similar debate, isn't it? That like, is a burger a sandwich?
I guess.
It is. It's just a hot sandwich.
The definition of a sandwich is just bread between two pieces of meat, because that's what the Earl of Sandwich requested. He didn't request a temperature. So I guess burger is just a subset of sandwich.
Cereal is a stew. I don't think so, because I think stew does. I think a lot of these debates that come up, they never seem to factor in the fact that most of these things need to be heated.
Gazpacho is soup, so is there a variant of gazpacho?
That's true, isn't it? No, I don't think gazpacho is soup. I think that's the point, is that it's gazpacho. Because otherwise, gazpacho and tomato soup would be the same thing.
But then if I like heat up Heinz tomato soup and then I let it go cold, is it then gazpacho?
No, because I think gazpacho is made as is, it's made cold.
I'm gonna Google the definition of soup. Soup, a liquid dish, typically savory, and made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables in stock or water. So therefore, I guess technically cereal can't be a soup because you don't boil anything. And then also the word soup, a substance or mixture regarded as resembling soup in appearance or consistency.
Oh yeah, because you can like
describe something as a soup.
Yeah, it's like soupy.
Yeah.
I have no food, and I have 2 pieces of rotten flesh.
I have no food, yet I must eat. I have no mouth, and yet I must scream.
It's a very haunting game.
Is that a game?
Yep.
Dope.
It's a very kind of unpleasant game in the sense that all of the characters are like awful people.
What's the game?
I had no mouth, yet I must scream. That thing you just
Oh, is
said.
it? Oh, I thought it's a quote from a thing. I didn't know if it was like an
no,
actual
sorry, yeah,
name of a
game. That's the actual name of the game.
Ah, I see. I had an Asda chunky soup. Oh, that's yeah. And that was Mind Lamb Hot Pot, and the idea of hot pot being soup blew my mind because hot pot is just the American way of saying stew in my mind. A hot pot is just bundling a load of things in a pot, really, isn't it?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
Food's weird, man. Words are weird. Etymology. What a thing. I do enjoy a good bit of etymology.
Absolutely, it's one of my favourite things.
Like, I was really excited when I found out that the word to canter originates from Canterbury, because it's the approximate speed at which horses would go along the road to Canterbury when they would go there.
That is very weird and very clever.
So the speed became to canter, or moving at a canter, because you were going to Canterbury.
To Luton, don't spare the horses.
Just like, yeah, I'm going at a leisurely London pace. Bees. I found bees.
Bees!
Hello, bees. Alright, I'm just gonna walk in one direction. Until I find sugarcane. Every time I say one direction, my brain immediately starts playing You Don't Know You're Beautiful on repeat. And I guess that was my first sign that I had something not quite right up in there. The second sign were the bodies in the basement. My mum keeps coughing, and I don't think she realised how inconvenient it is for me.
It's very rude.
Yeah, alright. Just get better already. God, selfish.
Might just revoke my entire career path again because entomology is so interesting. Yeah, but I imagine it's like a real pain in the bum to get a job in.
Yeah, like, how do you get a job in knowing words? Oh! I found a broken nether portal.
Dope. Yeah, you can find them underwater as well. That's really strange. Thank you, Gordy.
Prep.
Please be more of a pest. I know.
Prepper. Hello, chest.
Hello.
A golden sword. A golden apple.
Surprised they
A
haven't
flint
added,
and steel.
surprised they
Flame
haven't
charge.
added, what's it? Mimics into Minecraft yet.
That's very true. That would be a cool thing.
I know they're in like a bunch of the
Like the
mod packs
mods
that
and
I've
stuff.
used, yeah, and they're quite an interesting addition.
What is this? 1, 2, 3. That needs to go up there and then. Trying to see if I can fix this nether portal. I don't think I have enough. Oh, did you see David Tennant's come back as the Doctor?
I did not know.
Yeah, he's gonna be the Doctor again. For like for 3 specials. Which I think is cool. Because I liked David Tennant as the Doctor and they've got Russell T Davies back, so it's like
That is quite a change, Kui, to go from games programmer to sushi chef. But as long as you're happy, that is the be all and end all of that kind of conversation.
I mean, I've never completely changed career paths and then also done it again repeatedly. It's not like I went from working in childcare to being a journalist to then working in childcare again. And then lecturing media.
Yeah, but your goal is to still be a journalist. You haven't like.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think my goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. Yeah, no, I stopped having goals after COVID because I was like, I used to have plans for things and now I just kind of wing everything and see what happens.
I used to dream, Harold.
I can dream, Harold. You are a chair, darling. Why is the baby on fire? Buy me more jewelry. Why am I getting messages? Oh, okay. Oh, it's like 10:09. I have to go to the gym.
What,
It's leg day. Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't know you got to the gym this late.
Yeah, my gym's open till 11, so I go about 9 because it's like quiet.
Okay.
And they have the music on really loud during the day, so I only really like going early or late.
Sensory overload.
Yeah, and then because then I can put like, I've been listening to just like D&D podcasts while I work out.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get back to the house because I'm gonna be lost if I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna continue building the Hobbit house for a bit.
Yeah, that's fair. You do you.
I will.
I think I just found your Hobbit house. I did. I wasn't even looking for it. I just saw your little chimney.
Yeah, I love the chimney. The chimney's so cool.
A little fire coming. That's actually how I managed to find my way back. So that's I'm really glad you built that. I'm gonna go to bed too because hot damn I'm tired. Good night both. Had a great time. Thanks for keeping me company while I pissed out my mind. Ah, have a good night, man.
Hi, dude. I'll
Sleep
probably
well.
end the stream because all I'm going to be doing is working on the Hobbit house. So.
Alright, nice one. But yeah, if you know YouTube, if you want to upload the